Welcome, dear friends, to English Weaver. Today on this channel, we share the thrilling tale of Jane Austen, a woman whose words changed the world. Her life is full of heart and wit. Do not forget to subscribe to get our latest stories. Sit back, relax, and let us begin. Imagine a young girl with bright eyes and a keen mind. She lived in a quiet village in England. At first, no one knew her name. Yet she wrote stories that spoke to every heart. Her pen held power and promise. Jane's world was simple but alive. Green fields stretched beyond her home. Family voices filled every room with laughter and love. In those gentle moments, she learned about people, feelings, and society. All would feed her future words. At just a few years old, Jane found a magic in words. She wrote small plays for her brothers and sisters. In candlelight, they acted her stories with joy. That spark in her heart would grow into a flame that never died. As she grew, Jane watched the world closely. She noticed rules that made life hard for some and easy for others. She asked why love and money often danced together in strange ways. These questions would shape her tales. In her head, characters whispered day and night. Strong women, clever men, and playful scenes took shape on paper. Jane felt their hopes and fears as if they were her own. Her stories became mirrors to reality. But in her time, a woman writer was rare. Many thought a woman should stay silent on pages. Jane faced doubt and gentle warnings, yet her spirit would not be quieted. She believed her voice was worth sharing. Every letter she wrote held honesty and warmth. She invited friends and family into her mind. Through her gentle humor, she showed the beauty and folly of daily life. Each line grew richer with feeling. Listeners, imagine the first moment you meet her words. You laugh, you nod, you feel seen. That is the power she crafted from simple scenes, fine silk of human truth woven with care. Even now, her work sparks smiles and tears. Readers return to dance in the ballrooms of her imagination. They learn of pride and prejudice, of love refused and love found. Her pages breathe with life. Behind every page lay her courage and hope. She wrote in quiet rooms, against soft candlelight. She wrote so that future hearts might learn, grow, and dare to dream of true connection. And so our tale begins, gentle and strong. Jane Austen steps onto our stage, ready to show her world. Feel her heart, hear her voice, and join the journey that will change the way you see life. Jane Austen was born on December 16, 1775, in the small village of Steventon, England. Her home lay near rolling hills. The air was fresh and calm. In that quiet world, her story began with gentle promise. She was the seventh of 8 children. Her father, George Austen, was a priest. He loved books and ideas. Her mother, Cassandra, was caring and gentle. Their home was warm with family life. From the start, Jane felt joy in simple things. She played in the garden with her brothers and sisters. They chased butterflies and read poems aloud. Nature and words held magic for her young heart. Inside the house, shelves held many books. Jane's father let her read from his library. She studied history, poetry, and stories of distant lands. Each page showed new worlds. Her mind soared beyond home walls. At home, lessons came in playful ways. Jane and her sister, also named Cassandra, learned by doing. They practiced writing letters and reading aloud. Their games shaped skills that would shine later. Music also filled their days. Jane learned to play the piano and sing simple songs. Music taught rhythm and feeling. In notes and melodies, she found another voice to express her soul. George and Cassandra valued kindness and duty. They taught their children manners and respect. Jane saw how good deeds built trust. That sense of care would guide her in every story she wrote. Friends often visited Steventon Rectory. The children welcomed them with smiles. Jane watched conversations and laughter. She noticed how people spoke and moved. Those small moments became seeds for her characters. Sometimes the family moved to nearby villages. Jane met farmers, housemaids, and neighbors. She learned how people worked and talked. In every face, she found a story waiting to be told. At age 11, Jane's formal schooling began. She and Cassandra went to a boarding school in Oxford. There, they studied grammar, arithmetic, and dancing. Jane wrote little poems in the margins of her books. School life was both exciting and hard. Jane missed home but loved learning. She shared jokes with classmates and read textbooks by candlelight. In that mix of challenge and delight, her spirit grew stronger. 2 years later, the sisters moved to a larger school in Southampton. The town was busy with ships and traders. Jane watched sailors and merchants on the docks. She saw courage and adventure in their eyes. But the school was often cold and noisy. Jane longed for the quiet of Steventon. She missed her family's gentle laughter. Those feelings taught her that home holds both comfort and truth. At 15, Jane returned to her family's home. She brought fresh ideas and new words. She wrote short stories and plays for her siblings. In laughter and applause, she felt the thrill of creation. Her sister Cassandra became her closest friend. They shared secrets and books late into the night. Cassandra's support gave Jane confidence. In each letter, they promised always to be honest and true. The Austen home was filled with discussion. Jane spoke of news from London and stories from the pulpit. Her father listened with pride. He saw in her mind a talent rare for any child. In those early years, Jane felt both safety and wonder. The world beyond seemed vast, yet she knew family love would always guide her pen. Every memory there would later fill her pages. Childhood taught Jane about laughter and tears. She learned that simple scenes hold deep feeling. These lessons laid the foundation for her lifelong journey with words. By age 19, Jane had written many short tales called juvenilia. They were playful and bold. Through them, she tested voices and scenes. Each page taught her more about craft and heart. Jane's early freedoms came from her home's trust. She could explore ideas without fear. This freedom was rare for a girl of her time. It became the wind beneath her wings. As she grew, that spark of curiosity never dimmed. Every person, every place she visited went into her mind. Her childhood world became a treasure chest of inspiration. Looking back on those years, we see a young writer forming. The laughter, the study, the family love, all combined. Jane Austen's childhood was the early chapter of a life that would touch millions. As Jane grew older, she moved with her family to Bath, a lively town on the Avon. New streets and dances filled her mind with fresh ideas. She observed polite talk, secret wishes, and bright gowns. All became colors in her growing palette for stories. At 21, Jane finished her first full novel, Eleanor and Marianne. She wrote by candlelight in a small attic room. Her words captured tenderness and truth. Though still unpublished, this work showed her passion and skill in weaving gentle tales. In 1811, Jane published Sense and Sensibility under the name By a Lady. Readers praised the tale of two sisters balancing heart and reason. The novel earned respect and small profits. It marked her voice as one worth hearing across England. 2 years later, Pride and Prejudice appeared. Readers met Elizabeth Bennet, witty and brave. They laughed at Mr. Darcy's pride and cheered as love broke through walls of social rule. The book's charm and insight made it an instant delight. In 1814, Jane gave us Mansfield Park. The story of Fanny Price showed quiet courage and gentle strength. Though some critics were mild, readers admired how Jane revealed deep feeling through simple family scenes in country homes. Emma arrived in 1815. Jane painted a clever young woman learning kindness and wisdom. Emma Woodhouse's mistakes led to growth and understanding. The novel shone with warmth, gentle humor, and heartfelt lessons on friendship. After Jane's death in 1817, Northanger Abbey and Persuasion were published together. Northanger Abbey gently mocked Gothic tales with playful wit. Persuasion offered hope through Anne Elliot, a heroine who learned to seize a second chance at love. Jane's novels spread quickly. Families read them aloud by candlelight. Laughter and tears filled drawing rooms. Her stories gave comfort and thought. Simple scenes became windows into universal hopes, fears, and joys. In letters to her sister Cassandra, Jane spoke of plots and characters. She sketched ideas, tested scenes, and shared doubts. Each note shone with her wit, care, and deep belief in the power of honest storytelling. Critics praised her quiet realism. They noted how she revealed social rules and human nature. Jane's pages held polite dinners, long walks, and secret longings, all woven into a tapestry of clear, gentle insight. Though never rich, Jane's success brought small security. Profits from her novels paid for clothes, books, and family gifts. Each payment felt like a triumph, proof that a woman's clear voice could earn its keep. In London, publishers spoke her name in hushed respect. They sought new works from By a Lady. Yet Jane stayed in Hampshire and Bath, writing where she felt home. There she shaped her dreams with familiar walls and gentle light. Her style was plain yet rich. She used clear language and warm detail. Her sentences felt like friendly talks by the fire. This simple, natural voice made every reader feel seen and welcomed into her world. Jane's characters inspired many future writers. They showed strength of mind, warmth of heart, and depth of feeling. Her heroines taught readers to value honesty and empathy, lessons that still guide storytellers today. Beyond England, American and European readers embraced her novels. Translations carried her words into new tongues. Her characters danced into distant lands, proving that her gentle wisdom knew no borders. Jane also wrote playful juvenilia in her youth. These short tales brimmed with bold humor and bright scenes. They were her first craft exercises, proof that curiosity and practice build lasting talent. Her proudest achievement was connecting hearts across time. Through laughter and tears, her novels taught readers that honesty and kindness can shape lives and draw spirits together. First editions of her books remain treasures. Collectors seek volumes bearing her name on old pages. Each copy holds her spirit, a testament to her gentle power and clear voice. Scholars began to study her social insight. They admired how she revealed class, manners, and friendship. Jane taught that daily life holds complex webs of feeling, waiting to be explored with care. From attic rooms to public acclaim, Jane's career was steady growth. She built a lasting name by showing that simple words, used with heart, can change the world one reader at a time. Her novels never felt distant. They spoke like letters from a dear friend, warm and honest. Jane wrote with truth and compassion, gifts that made her work timeless and dear to many souls. By 1817, Jane left 6 major novels. Each one carried gentle strength and sharp insight. Her words laid a path for future writers and brought readers closer to their own hearts. Her greatest achievement was her lasting voice. Through Elizabeth, Emma, Fanny, and Anne, she whispered hope, wit, and courage. She invited readers to laugh, reflect, and grow with every page. In drawing rooms, schoolrooms, and quiet corners, Jane's words lived on. They offered both comfort and thought, guiding readers to see life with kinder, wiser eyes. Her career teaches that dedication and honesty can leave a deep mark. A clear, gentle voice, even from a small village, can reach hearts around the world and across centuries. Today, writers study her methods closely. They learn how small details and simple scenes can hold great power. They find lessons in her clear prose and careful observation. Jane's achievements remind us that passion matters. She wrote true words from her heart and shared them with courage. Her legacy proves that honesty and care can create art that endures. Jane Austen's career was a journey of heart and mind. She took daily life's humble moments and made them shine. Her art spoke to the universal, showing that simple scenes hold rich meaning. As we read her work now, we join her ongoing journey. We feel her laughter, sense her kindness, and share her hope. With each page, her voice still guides and inspires. Her story remains a beacon for writers everywhere. It shows that clear observation, warmth, and truth can craft tales that live on in readers' hearts. Jane faced her first trial when her beloved father fell ill and passed away in 1805. The quiet home felt empty, her heart heavy with grief. Writing by candlelight became both solace and sorrow as she tried to shape her pain into words. Without her father's gentle guidance, Jane worried for her family's future. Money was scarce and options few. She watched bills pile up and felt pressure to earn. Yet in that struggle, her resolve quietly strengthened. Publishers still asked, "By a lady?" She feared her name would bring scorn. Each submission felt like a secret confession. Rejection letters arrived in her hand, each a small wound to her trembling confidence. Living in Southampton brought new strife. A cold, damp house made her often ill. She coughed by night and lost sleep. Her body ached, yet her mind swirled with characters calling her back to the page. Jane struggled to find time and space. Between caring for her mother and guiding her brother Henry's career, she stole moments in small attics or shaded walks. Each second of peace became a gift she guarded fiercely. Critics sometimes found her stories too gentle or too simple. They missed the truth hidden in polite dinners and country walks. Jane felt misunderstood, as if her quiet insights were lost in polite society's loud applause. While writing Mansfield Park, she battled doubts. Could a timid heroine like Fanny Price truly inspire? Each chapter felt uncertain. Yet Jane pressed on, trusting that honest emotion would outshine grand drama. Financial worries haunted her. Small profits from her first novels barely covered simple comforts. She wondered if her pen could ever bring stability. In darkest moments, hope flickered like a distant candle. Amid her struggles, she faced sorrow when her sister Cassandra fell ill. Jane cared for her day and night, reading poetry and writing letters to lift her spirits. Love and duty became intertwined in every kind gesture. Social expectations weighed heavily. A woman's place was in the home, not in the world of letters. Jane felt the tug of convention, yet she refused to silence her inner voice, even when society whispered, "Enough." When Emma was in press, she worried if readers would accept a story without bold romance. She knew Emma's flaws and growth, but feared her message of self-awareness might be lost on a hurried public. Battles with illness grew worse by 1816. Weakness seized her limbs, and fever came often. She wrote with trembling hands, each word a triumph of spirit over pain. Her determination shone through every struggle. Critics of Persuasion called it too calm, too resigned. They missed the deep current of hope running through Anne Elliot's quiet heart. Jane felt the sting but held fast to her belief in inner strength. Personal losses came again when her dear niece Frances lost a parent. Jane's family grief intertwined with her own. In every tear and prayer, she found material for scenes of sorrow turned to compassion. Even in times of joy, a shadow followed her. She wrote of happy dances and sweet laughter, yet knew how fragile such moments could be. This awareness brought deep empathy to her most joyful scenes. Social dances in Bath once filled her with delight. Later, she saw how polite smiles masked envy and pride. That bittersweet memory gave her novels their subtle tension between appearance and reality. At times, letters from friends mentioned courtship and marriage. Jane wondered if love would find her. In lonely nights, she pondered loss, longing, and the courage it takes to open one's heart again. Despite each setback, Jane wrote on. Her pen became a friend, a vessel for her fears and hopes. In fading light, she sketched characters who faced challenges of their own, drawing strength from her own resilience. She learned that failure could teach more than success. Each closed door forced her to look inward, refine her voice, and trust her instincts. From those dark lessons bloomed the clear light of her later work. In letters to her sister, she confessed tears and joys alike. Cassandra's loving replies reminded Jane she was never truly alone. Their bond carried her through nights of self-doubt and days of weary hope. Jane's greatest challenge was believing in herself. She mastered polite humor and thoughtful critique, turning each pang of fear into a sharper insight. Her heart, once fragile, grew firmer with each draft. When illness took hold in 1817, she fought to finish Persuasion. With every word she wrote, she proved that courage is not the absence of fear, but the choice to act despite it. Her final days were marked by quiet determination. Friends and family read to her and remembered her laughter. Even in weakness, her spirit guided her pen to a closing scene of hope reborn. Jane's struggles shaped her art more than any triumph. They taught her to weave sorrow and joy into a single thread of human truth. In each scene of doubt, she found a kernel of courage to share. The battles she fought in shadow became fuel for her brightest passages. When readers later laughed or wept at her words, they felt the pulse of her own trials shining through. Jane's hardest moments gave birth to her finest characters. From Elizabeth's early doubts to Anne's second chance, each heroine learned to overcome fear with grace and wit. Though the world around her often seemed cold and uncertain, Jane discovered that kindness and humor could warm any heart. She poured that warmth into every gentle scene she crafted. In overcoming obstacles, she learned that every wound could heal, and every failure could teach. Her pen carried the light of those lessons, guiding readers to find strength within their own hearts. Her story reminds us that challenges need not break us. They can shape us, deepen our compassion, and sharpen our voice. In facing trial, Jane Austen found her true power. As we walk through her novels today, we see not just polite society, but a woman who stood tall against fear, grief, and doubt. Her courage whispers through every page she wrote. In her trials, Jane discovered that the human heart can endure much and still sing. Her legacy of resilience invites us to meet our own struggles with gentle courage and steadfast hope. Through every hardship, she found a way to turn pain into beauty. The tears she shed became pearls of wisdom in her stories, guiding readers to embrace both sorrow and joy. Let us carry Jane's lesson forward, that challenges, when met with heart, can become the very source of our greatest triumphs. Jane's gentle voice reached every corner of the globe. Readers found comfort in her words. They saw themselves in her kind heroines. Her stories whispered that simple acts can have deep meaning, teaching us to value honesty and warmth above all. Generations of readers grew up with Elizabeth Bennet's courage. They learned that true love needs respect, not just romance. Through Elizabeth's wit, people saw that laughter can heal wounds and open hearts to hope. Emma Woodhouse showed us that kindness grows when we listen. By watching Emma learn, readers realized that help without judgment can change lives. Her journey taught patience and humility as keys to real friendship. Fanny Price revealed strength in quiet voices. She stood firm in hardship, showing readers that courage need not shout. Her calm heart guided us to trust empathy as a form of power, able to shift even the hardest walls. Anne Elliot taught hope in second chances. Her story proved that life can offer new paths when we dare to try again. Through her, readers found faith to reopen their hearts and pursue long-lost dreams. Scholars studied Jane's clear style in schools and universities. They found lessons in her simple sentences and careful detail. Writers learned to observe people gently and write truths that touch every heart. Across art and film, Jane's characters came alive. Actors and directors brought her world to screens. Viewers laughed at Mary's awkwardness and cheered at Darcy's soft pride. Her stories found new voices in modern rooms. In letters, fans thanked Jane for changing their lives. They wrote how her words gave courage to stand up, care deeply, and love fully. Her pages became friends to lonely souls, guiding them through dark and bright days alike. Jane's legacy grew in book clubs. Neighbors met to discuss her gentle wit and strong hearts. They shared hopes and fears over tea, finding unity in simple stories. Her art became community, woven with smiles and shared insight. Museums honored her life. They displayed her handwritten letters and first editions. Visitors felt her spirit in faded ink and worn pages. Each exhibit whispered the power of a single voice to touch countless lives. Schools named studies after her social insight. Students learned manners and morals through her pages. They saw how small choices shape our world and how kindness builds bridges between hearts. Writers everywhere felt her influence. They borrowed her clear language and gentle irony. Through her example, they learned to honor everyday life in their craft, finding poetry in small moments. Jane's home became a place of pilgrimage. Pilgrims walked the quiet lanes where she once walked. They imagined her watching countryside fields, crafting new scenes in her mind like an artist before a canvas. In letters, her sister Cassandra spoke of Jane's lasting glow. She wrote that Jane's heart lived on in every kind word and shared smile among readers. Family love had become a gift to the world. Modern readers find comfort in her world of polite dances and quiet walks. They escape busy streets by entering her pages. In gentle scenes, they rediscover calm and reflection amid life's fast pace. Jane's lessons go beyond love and manners. She taught that clear truth can be more powerful than grand drama. She showed us how everyday moments hold deep feeling, waiting for honest words to set them free. Her legacy reminds us that art needs no loud stage. A small desk by a window can hold magic. Her story encourages us to write from our true selves, trusting that simple honesty will find its audience. Through charity and goodwill, many honor her memory today. Book drives and free readings share her work with young readers. Partners around the world unite in her name to spread kindness through literature. Jane's life taught that patience and care build lasting art. She polished each sentence until it shone like a gemstone. Her discipline shows aspiring writers that effort and love for craft shape work that lasts. Communities celebrate her birthday each December. Fans dress in Regency style and host readings under candlelight. They laugh and cry together, connecting across time through her gentle words. In digital age, her novels live online. Ebooks and podcasts bring her to new ears. Mobile readers tap stories on screens, yet feel the same warmth and truth that Jane wove with pen and ink long ago. Jane's impact crosses borders and languages. Readers from Tokyo to Toronto find solace in her stories. Her clear voice shows that human heartbeats sound the same, no matter the country or tongue we speak. Her success teaches us to trust our own voices. She wrote despite doubt, illness, and loss. Yet her gentle prose now fills millions of homes. From her story, we learn perseverance and faith in our gifts. Each time a new reader opens her pages, Jane's spirit greets them. Her words still guide hearts to seek truth, extend kindness, and cherish small joys. In that greeting lives her greatest triumph. As we share her tales, we honor her legacy. We pass on lessons of empathy, humor, and resilience. In every new heart she touches, Jane Austen's gentle light shines on. May her story inspire you to write, to care, and to hope. Let her clear voice remind us all that simple words, spoken with love, can echo through time and change the world. Jane's legacy lives in every kind word we offer. In every moment we choose honesty and care, we carry her spirit forward. Her success was not in wealth, but in touching souls with gentle truth. What lessons will you carry from her life? How will you use kindness and clear truth in your own story? Let us reflect on her legacy and make our own gentle mark on this world. As you close her pages, feel her courage and warmth. Let Jane's legacy guide your steps, and may her gentle voice echo in your own heart as you write the next chapter of your life. In remembering Jane Austen, we remember the power of simple truth. May her life inspire us all to weave stories of kindness, courage, and hope in the tapestry of our days. Today, let us celebrate her light by living with empathy. Let her clear, kind voice remind us that every heart matters. In sharing her legacy, we keep her gentle wisdom alive forever. Her legacy invites us to look for beauty in everyday life, to see laughter in small moments, and to find strength in quiet heartbeats. That is Jane's gift to each of us. Through her words, she taught us that love and kindness can bloom in any soil. May her legacy encourage us to nurture our own gardens of hope, wherever we may stand. Jane's life stands as proof that a humble voice can reach the stars. In her simple prose, she carried hearts across centuries. Her legacy remains a beacon of gentle strength and true humanity. Let us honor Jane by opening our minds and hearts to those around us. Let her legacy guide our actions, and may each day we choose kindness be a tribute to her lasting light. May Jane Austen's gentle wisdom continue to inspire our words, our art, and our lives. Through every kind sentence we share, her legacy lives on, reminding us that simple truths can change the world. Now, as Jane's story draws to a close, we see how her gentle voice and clear truth shaped hearts around the world. From Steventon's quiet lanes to grand drawing rooms, her words still guide us toward kindness and empathy. We have walked with her through laughter and tears, watched her transform simple scenes into timeless insights. Her courage in shadows taught us to stand by our own truths, and her warm humor reminds us that a little kindness can brighten every day. Thank you for joining us on English Weaver for this journey through Jane Austen's life. We hope her resilience, grace, and wit have inspired you as much as they've inspired countless readers before. Your support means the world to us. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe so you never miss our next tale. Hit the bell icon below to get updates when a new video goes live. We'd love to continue learning English through stories together. Before you go, take a moment to reflect on Jane's gentle lessons. How might you use honesty and empathy in your own life? Perhaps a kind word, a thoughtful gesture, or simply sharing a smile could echo her legacy. We appreciate every view, comment, and share. Your engagement keeps English Weaver alive and growing. It's your feedback that helps us craft tales that teach and touch the heart. Thank you for being part of our community. Now, we have a question for you. What can we learn from Jane Austen's journey that applies to our own lives? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We can't wait to hear how her story inspires your next chapter. Until next time, stay curious, be kind, and keep weaving English through story. Goodbye for now, and remember, the power of a gentle word can change the world.